Purdue officials recently declared the Marstellar garage is a condemned building on campus. It hasn't been officially closed yet, but it is creating concerns for students and faculty to find parking on campus.
I had no idea that the Marstellar garage was going to be closed. I think it caught us all by surprise. It particularly caught the graduate students by surprise last spring when we were trying to reserve parking in the garage. And without explanation, it just wasn't available to us. When I asked about it, they just said it will not be available to graduate students. No inclination that any destruction was going to happen.
Since this building is located right beside POW, students that have classes in this building rely on this space to provide parking, so this decision will affect where they park.
It's already really frustrating around here because POW is, it's our home, it's where most of the students stay, practice lines. We're here all the time. We always call it our second home and stuff. And we're in rehearsals, we're doing stuff all the time, but it makes it really challenging when we don't have anywhere to park. It's kind of an obstacle.
While many students and faculty are concerned about finding parking when the Marstellar garage is torn down, there is another side to the story that might explain the breakdown of this decision.
Yeah, so the Marstellar garage is a garage on campus. It has a little over 500 parking spaces. That garage is now 40 years old, and we have done a series of repairs over the years to it. But we're at a point now where, being 40 years old, there are major structural issues with the garage, and we worked with some structural engineers both here on campus at Purdue, and also got some outside assistance from some firms, architectural engineering firms, who gave us advice that this was probably a structure that needed to come down for safety reasons.
Despite the efforts to find other parking locations on the night of these events, there is still concern over whether this will affect the ticket sales.
We have so many patrons who are so generous with their time and their money, but many of them are also elderly. So when inclement weather and snow occur, if they are going to have to brush their car off or something, they may choose not to come to the show. So I am concerned that it's going to hurt ticket sales.
We've had a few conversations and talked with stakeholders who had some concerns about special events. We're working with them, particularly for special events at POW, to make sure that we have ample parking for the patrons and the customers that come in for shows and for exhibits at POW.
I'm really disappointed in Purdue for the fact that they're choosing to condemn this parking structure instead of rebuild it. I understand it is unsafe to use it after this year. I get that structurally, but it's sad that they're not willing to put in the money to help support the arts and the parking for the people who come to support the arts.
Well, that's expensive. You're talking several $1 million to rebuild that garage, but also we do have excess parking spaces on campus, and with a brand new garage again at Harrison, and then other options like Wood Street and some other surface lots in and around the area, we didn't need to put it there. But the cost is one of the main reasons why. It's an expensive proposition to build a brand new parking garage.
Purdue officials have declared the Marstellar parking garage will be torn down this May, making time for them to build a lot that will house nearly 130 parking spots. If you're interested in finding out more about Purdue's parking facilities on campus and where you should park on the night of events at POW, you can visit the Purdue Visitor site online for more information. Reporting for Fast Track, Rachel Bibler.